My long-distance husband, Cameron, claimed he had to work through the holidays, so I decided to fly out and surprise him. The only seats left were business class. I stared at the 5-figure price tag, swallowed hard, and wiped out a year's savings. Naturally, when I finally settled in, I couldn't even figure out how to pull out the tray table. The impeccably dressed woman next to me sneered. "First time in business, honey?" I managed an awkward smile. "I'm sorry. You must be an executive. You look incredibly successful," she scoffed, running a hand over her custom-tailored jacket. "Me, number. My sugar daddy is the CEO. If a plane doesn't have business class, he charters a private jet for me." I blinked. A sugar daddy? That must be a rare arrangement. Not really. I'm his junior employee. I make mistakes all the time. Cost him a fortune. Actually, he's always yelling at me and making me cry. Then I cry. And then, how ironic, I murmured. My husband also has a female coworker who's always messing up. "You're married." She looked me up and down, a look of casual disdain. "My daddy has a wife around your age. He says he has been over her for years, that she's got zero novelty. Nothing like when I just flip my hair, I told him I wanted to see him for the new year. Poof. He tells his wife he has to work overtime." My eyes locked onto the diamond on her ring finger. It was the exact duplicate of the wedding band I'd lost years ago. A cold, sick dread seized me. Wait, Cameron was a mid-level manager, scraping by. When did he become a CEO? I stared at her ring finger. "That ring, it's a wedding ring. Did you and your daddy get married?" This Kaya examined the solitaire, turning it slowly. "Oh, I made him take it from his original wife." I froze. "I hadn't planned to give the old broad a hard time," Kaya continued, her voice light and careless. "But then she had the audacity to lose the baby and need him at the hospital right on my birthday. I spent my birthday completely alone." I instinctively placed my hand on my stomach, the memory of that cruel winter flooding back. I was 3 months along, the black ice on the sidewalk outside our tiny rented apartment. Cameron was earning so little back then. An e-bike was a luxury. I fell hard. The baby, just blood on the ground. Cameron had stayed with me for 3 days and 3 nights. But when I woke up, the wedding ring was gone along with the child. "It's okay, Grace," he'd whispered, holding me tight. "We'll have another baby. I'll buy you a new ring." I shook my head, tears blurring everything. "No, you said the company was doing layoffs. We need to save. When you make it big, then you can buy me a new one." He looked at me, his eyes red, on the verge of crying. "I am sorry. I failed you." Kaya's voice pulled me back. "So, you just asked him to take his wife's ring and give it to you?" "Yep, he actually refused at first, said he'd buy me a more expensive one. But that old woman was so arrogant just because she was his wife. If I didn't punish her, she'd be walking all over me, right?" I clamped my jaw shut. "Honestly, this diamond is cheap compared to what else he buys me, but it's the wedding ring." Kaya leaned back and gave me a smug smile. "A woman who lets herself get to that point, she deserves nothing better." I squeezed the fabric of my dress until my knuckles were white. I forced a small, sickly smile. "Your daddy is so generous. His wife must be getting quite the payoff to keep her quiet, right?" Kaya laughed, leaning in conspiratorially. "Tell you a secret? The old woman still doesn't even know he is a CEO. Why?" Kaya admired her diamond-studded manicure. "Because what's the point? She spent all her best years struggling with him. If you were a man, once you got rich, would you spend money on a wife who's past her prime? Can money bring back her youth?" The reflection in the window glass showed my own slightly drawn, exhausted face. Kaya nudged me. "Sister, you're older than me, but you still have potential. We have a connection. So let me give you some advice. Women need to invest in fillers and skincare. Your skin looks a little dry. I bet your husband isn't interested in you much anymore,